Welcome in everybody to Red, White, and Bills. Got a little film review today. I won't be able to do the whole 2 hours because I got another job in about an hour and a half. So I'm gonna do as much as I can. Excuse me, and then we'll see where we get to. And then if we have more time later in the week, we can finish it. And that's on the Dolphins week. Very, very important week. But I haven't started watching our film yet, so I'll be watching it for the first time, as well as you guys. So we'll give it a minute. Give people a minute or two to come in. Hey, what's up, Graham? Everybody, I know I don't talk about my Yu-Gi-Oh card channel on here too much, but Ram22, head over to him, subscribe. He has an awesome channel, opening cards. We did a few collabs, and during football season, I take the time off the cards because it gets crazy busy with football. But he's getting out there grinding every day, putting out some great videos. So go over there, subscribe. He's a great friend, and I will be doing cards later on. So you better not forget about me, my friend. But we're just doing a film breakdown of the past game that we played. So we watch all the plays back. We see what could have been better. We see what was good, things like that. So everybody subscribe if you haven't, like the video. And again, head over to Ram22. I appreciate you, buddy, for tuning in. Hopefully you can hear me good. Okay, let me get my screen shared.
Fans here as well, as always, but it's a great environment.
Get my phone on so I can look at the comments. Give me 1 second. Sorry about that. What? My cat's coming in here. Usually I shut the door. Okay, give me 1 sec. Get on here so I can see comments. Matt Chatter, are you doing film? Yeah, I'm doing film, buddy, and not the Dolphins yet. Hopefully be doing that near the end of the week. But I'm going to watch some of the Commanders game. And then maybe get to Miami later in the week. I was going to watch some of this last night, but then I fell asleep after the game. So let's get into it. Dolphins front O-line is really good. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you watch TD Fins at all, but he actually mentioned in a show previously that they're ranked high because they get the ball out very quick. However, their win rate for blocking percentage is, past the middle of the pack. So it's a little bit misleading. But you want to talk about a good front. Look at us. Oh, okay, hold on. So Gabe Davis is typically a good blocker. I will give him that. But on this play, his block is key for Kincaid to make a nice play. And then he just loses. Pushes him right into him, basically. Yeah, it's not going to be a 20-yard gain, but that's supposed to get you a few yards, not 1 or 0. It's supposed to get you at least 5 or 6 yards. Actually, we got negative yards, so Gabe Davis got to be better on that block there. See it from this angle. It's not really going to matter, but yeah. Bad block, Gabe. Bad effort. One thing I hated about this game was every first down, we basically got no gain for the most part. And we ran these weird run concepts where you kind of let the linemen go past the D linemen because they're over pursuing and then go to the second level. But then by that time, they already got through. And yeah, the throw was a little wild too. So that also put a little bit into it, Ram. Yeah, see, these guys were already in the backfield on this play. And if you're watching the line, it looks like it was by design. Yeah, see? Yeah, that was the whole plan, but just didn't develop quick enough. So weird play call. Like you can see Dawkins just quickly hit him and move up. And see, they're doing the same thing here. Maybe James Cook messed up here because even Mitch Morse just went off right off his block and right to the left side, his left side, and maybe it was Dawkins. Yeah, I think it was on Dawkins here. So if you look at Dawkins, if he pushes Chase out a little bit more, Morse is coming around and Cook is able to get over here, but Cook isn't able to do that, and then just a bad play. And quick PFF grades. Basically, all 5 of them, they gave him horrible run blocking grades, but pass blocking, they all were in high 70s. I think Brown was low 70, but Torrance, McGovern, Morse, and Dawkins were all very, 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 very high in pass blocking, which is incredible against this defensive line here. Like, look at all this time. Josh had nothing but time, and then when you got the open lane, take it. Everything was covered. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 seconds. 5 seconds to throw. Nothing's open. Run it for 15, 16 yards. Good job. Nice. That's the great part of having an athletic quarterback. This offensive line deserves a freaking medal for how well they did against this team. No, I wasn't expecting to see a Gabe Davis design run. Weird. And they sniffed that right out. I wouldn't go away from that. I like to see that more, but do that with a guy like Hardy, maybe. Yeah, Dawkins, I think he should have hit Allen here when he was pulling. I think if he just nudges him a little bit, I know he's got to hit this hole and get the linebacker here, but if you just nudge him a little bit, it gives Gabe Davis at least somewhat of a lane. But this didn't work out. That's the great front. How strong is the run game for the Bills? It's been pretty good. This team has had a really good defensive front, and we did very well in the pass blocking. We did run the ball pretty well against them too, but as far as overall run game, I think it's pretty good. A lot better than years past. Let's see, maybe from this angle you can see Morris better too. Oh, yeah, Morris. That was on Morris more than Dawkins too, because Morris kind of guessed that Payne was going to cut back, just go over here, but he came across his chest, and it was just easy for him. So if Morris, stayed true to his block, that could have been a decent play for Gabe. There you go, just quick pass, get it in. Love it. This O-line's been fantastic for the first 3 weeks. And this was a defensive line that was leading in sacks and pressures, and they got 0 sacks and not many pressures. This was just a fantastic play. Improv at its finest. Let's see what I had to bring a blitz. Yep. Little confusion. They dropped Sweat in the coverage, it looked like. No, Payne. When he threw that in the air, I was like, no. But I forgot he makes those plays. It's always stressful, though. Free play here. Beautiful. Got to take advantage of those. Everything's looking good. Yeah, it was great. Great read there. This is where we kind of stalled out. This game was in the red zone, unfortunately. You got to capitalize. This, man, could have thrown it any better. Knox just didn't get his. It was wet too, so I'll give that to Knox. It was a hard catch because it was wet, but man, this throw was on a rope. Yeah, you can't throw it any better than that. I don't know why Knox is looking for a flag. You just got to catch the ball, man. That was a heck of a throw. So that should have been a touchdown. Did not look good running early, but picked it up in the end. You see, it's still like James Cook with his bad vision in the beginning of the game. I just don't get it. Like, what was he thinking in this? The hole's right here, and he just runs right into his guy. Like, yeah, there's guys there, there's linebackers there, but that's the gap. That's the hole you got to be in. Get a couple yards instead of getting 0 and running into your own team. He picks it. I don't know what's wrong with him. And later in the games, he's fine. But in the beginning of the games, it's like he's skittish and he's worried. Because, like, look, man, just cut in. Cut in and make a play. Stop with this running into the backs of your linemen. It makes them look bad when it's really on you. Because the hole was there. You guys saw it. You could put a train through that. It was just a throwaway. Please do a field goal. Dawkins may have got beat a little bit here. They did get some. They got a few pressures, but compared to what they usually do, we dominated them. They should have ran more close to goal line, set up a possible play action of QB. Yeah, I mean, Ram, that's a perfect point because one thing we've been asking for is more play action because Josh Allen's great in play action, but we don't like to run under center often, which is weird. So it doesn't work as well for us. That's something we need to start implementing. And we have bigger backs. That one of them 6'3", 240, who would have been better in those running situations than Cook, who's a smaller back. But and then his defensive line too. 9 sacks. They got kind of gashed. You know, the defense got kind of gashed in the first few plays, but you know, by the end of the game, man, they settled in. That looked fantastic. We kind of do that though. We're notorious for the first drive. We look kind of sloppy. No, we're fine. Nice to see Poyer hit the hole like that. He didn't really do that against the Jets, and it cost some big plays. He's doing it there. You know, and early Sam Howell was doing the right thing. Get it to your playmakers quick. But we made this offensive line look horrible. Sam Howell was pressured, I think, on at least 70% of his dropbacks, and we got 9 sacks. Rough day at the office for the young kid. Good hard hitting. Treyway had good coverage. He was blanketed, but you got to make a play on that. In my opinion, for being a great corner like you are, still the coverage was there. You made the tackle immediately. So if you're not making the play, at least you're making the tackle quick. It's going to start to get ugly soon. Good pressure by Daquan. Good throw by Sam Howell. Found the soft spot in the zone. His defensive line starting to break through with ease. So they look pretty good at first, and I'm just like, damn, okay, it's gonna be a tough game. And there's the first sack of the day. We all mentioned in the pregame that Sam Howell does like to hold the ball a little bit too long. And against a defensive line like ours, this is not going to work out for you. Daquan Jones at Oliver, who's been a freaking monster this year. And on that first one, And then we get another one. Back to back. Terrell Bernard. Great cleanup. Took on the block, saw the quarterback scrambling, got the sack. He had a monster day. Phenomenal, outstanding. Yes, perfectly good point, Rams. Swarming the ball carrier, no matter who it is. Great interception here. Gang tackling is important because it's hard to get away when you got more than one guy on you. And we're not the best tackling team, so whenever you see gang tackles, I get happy. So in this drive alone, Bernard had a sack and an interception. He's just been outstanding. His confidence has to be sky high. What an athletic play, too. So now we get the ball back. Oops. See, that's funny. Like, we did play action under center there, but it doesn't fool anybody because we don't run under center. You see how the linebacker, you typically a linebacker, your first step is in, and they just stood there and then backpedaled. They didn't even think about going in because they knew. So that's something that definitely, like Ram said, some play action will be fantastic, but we got to start running the ball under center as well. Torrance had a great block here. This is a great play. He's pulling. Blocks out Chase. Reggie Gilliam comes in. Or is that Quentin Morris? Yeah, that was a fantastic play. And then Cook had the hole here. So you got Morris over here, and then Torrance pulling. Blocks out Chase. And then Morris with a great... Morris has been a highly graded blocker. I think he's up in the 80s for run blocking, which is outstanding as a tight end. So Torrance blocks him out, gets him out of the play. Linebacker coming in. Morris picks him up. Cook's able to squeeze in. And then you see his speed. Nope. It's all about how you sell it. Yeah, that was a great play design. Good play. I don't know why Josh ran out so early. Let's see. Yeah, Josh kind of left a little bit early there for some reason. I don't think he needed to. But he makes plays when he rolls out. Nothing but time, but it was a tip pass. I also feel like sometimes there's such thing as too much time. So I feel like you kind of get greedy and lazy. There's just a good play by the defensive line, getting their hands up. You can't get to the quarterback, get your hands up. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, nothing but time. If you could block for 2 seconds, that's plenty of time. He's getting protection for 4. Another run that went nowhere on first down. Let's see. This was supposed to be a misdirection. McGovern whiffed the block on the linebacker here because you got this guy doubled. And if McGovern got to him quick enough, this hole would have been wide open. But it didn't, and then they made the play. Can't win every rep. I mean, the offensive line, they definitely destroyed this defensive line, but there's going to be times where you lose. It's just impossible to win every single time. Let's see if anything else was open here. Oh, who's this over here? Yep. He had a tight end coming underneath on a shallow crosser. Yeah, two guys running the same route. You could have probably threw it here. But I mean, I got nothing wrong with getting the ball to your best player. Yep. So you could have hit him quick here. And you're supposed to know that your hot route's over here. You're supposed to always know where your hots are. So if this isn't open, then you can hit your hot route. So he didn't worry about that. Diggs and Hardy ran the same exact route pattern, same exact depth and stem and everything. And I don't know who this is. And then this is Gabe Davis just running a vertical like that's all he ever does. So yeah. Should have hit Kincaid there. But that's okay. I don't mind getting the ball to Diggs. Yeah, when you look at it from this angle, he didn't even have Kincaid in his view. 1, 2, 3, because he started moving. So I understand that. But still, you still had the guy coming around here. I think this is Harris. You still had Harris out in the flat there. That's okay. 37-3 victory. You can nitpick, but that's what we're doing this for. You got to see things that could have been better. And that's what they do when they watch it with their coaches. Let's get back to the defense. Great job. Defensive lineman maintain the line of scrimmage, gap control, and then you got your linebacker Bernard coming in with the finishing blow. Boom. Perfect. That's what you want to see. And let me just say, I don't miss Edmonds at all. At all. We might have something in this young guy. Good coverage, good pressure. And there's the second sack. What a pursuit here. Bernard coming in on the blitz, goes untouched, never quits. He wraps up sacks better than Rousseau does, and Rousseau's 6'7", 270. And people will slip out of his hands. So that's got to change. I believe this is a touchdown drive. I know I skipped the special teams, but hands cramping. So we got great field position. Beautiful. One play, one tutty. That's all we need. Setting Diggs in motion, fake the handoff. Got good protection. I mean, the announcement said that he ran a good route, but when you watch, it was lazy. Still good. Obviously, got open. Like, watch. No crispness at all. But hey, got the play. Good, great catch by Gabe. Great concentration. Great play. Great job, offensive line. Great job, Josh. Yep, we got him. And in bad weather conditions, too. This was great. This is in Landover, Ram. Landover, Maryland. I know you're in Virginia somewhere, but so yeah, one play, one touchdown, can't complain. But we had good field position. We had great field position thanks to the defense. So got to give him that credit. So offensively, I thought we left a lot on the bone, but offensive line-wise, we were great. Benford got beat here, which I was upset about. That was a good throw. Good throw and catch. So right here now I'm thinking, of course, we get a touchdown, and then we go right and we give up a big play. Would you rather run down clock or big plays scoring in both cases? Well, it's still early here. So I know I love that. I love the play there, but it was if it's near the end of the game and we're winning by a ton, run it out. Because we by the end of the game it was 37-3, so we ended up running out in the end. But this I think this is still the first quarter. Great run play. You got Tim Settle in, AJ Epinesa, Shaq Lawson, Daquan Jones. See, the Settle didn't do anything here. But he was an enforcer on the play. He took the running back away from where he wanted to go, and then everyone else from the other side came in and cleaned it up. And when I tell people about defensive tackles, that's what it's all about. It's not just about sacks and tackles and pressure. It's about being an enforcer. Washington did have a couple good drives where they were moving the football. This was one of them, but again, it results in an unfavorable thing for them. But they're moving the ball a little bit. We were very opportunistic on defense this week. Oh, that's made me so aggravated. Can't believe we allowed this. Missed tackle, missed tackle, missed tackle. Like, come on. That should have never happened. We're a horrible tackling team. You can't allow this. Because you had them. You had them right here. You had them right here. And you had them right here. Upsetting. But works out good for us in the end. I think this is where they go for it on fourth down this drive. It's first down and complete. Good pressure. Leonard Floyd. And that was covered anyway, so even if it was a good throw, it probably would have been broken up. Great play by Bernard. Great coverage. Good pressure. So if they score here, it's still a game. It was 10-0 at this point. They score a touchdown here, but the defense steps up. That's a good running back. It looks like we couldn't stop the run because he had 7 yards of carry at the end of the game. But when he started picking up his yards was at the end when we were already blowing him out by 30. This is when they go for it on fourth down, and we get the ball back. It's a great defensive stand, cut them out of the end zone. They went for it on fourth down. They gambled. They got no points. Now we're in a bad position on offense. But usually we're getting good field. Giving the ball to Harris, one of our bigger backs. Brought in Edwards, an extra lineman. Let's see. I try to watch every single one at the same time. Yeah, Torrance let up here. He had him. And he let go. Like I said, I can't win them all. He's had a fantastic season so far. This whole line has. But you're not going to win every single rep, especially against this team. They won the day, though. Decent run there. Still got Edwards in as an extra lineman. Not as knowledgeable for safety and corners, but I think defense relies on D-line and linebackers putting pressure on QB. Yes, great point, because when the defensive line's getting pressures, it helps the secondary. It helps them out a ton. Shakir, great job, first down. Good blocking, good protection. Nice catch. And they were trying to say on the broadcast, like, I think they're going to measure this. He was like 3 yards over the first down mark, which is really funny. Harris stepped up with a good block. Great job. Kincaid in motion. Josh sliding, which is good to see. Oops. I can't remember if this was a penalty on Kincaid or not. For illegal shift or whatever they call it. No, I don't think it was. Nice play recognition. Saw the lane. Another good protection. Man, I want to see some more running under center. Good blocking. Good blocking, good pickup of a few yards. That's what it's supposed to be. You're not going to get 10 yards of carry every time. The hole was there, you got 4 or 5 yards. That's all we need. Hit the holes that are there, and there you go. Nice big run by Josh. Ran a nice stunt there with Chase, and Morse was just late to pick it up. Like I said, they did get a few pressures, but overall, they were second in pressures in the NFL and sacks before this game, and we held them to 0 sacks. Yeah, man, we always want them not to run because we want to keep them safe. But let me see if I can get you guys the pressure amount that each guy let up. I know I sent it to a group. Give me 1 sec. Okay. So before I continue the stats for the offensive linemen, 1 hurry for McGovern and 1 pressure. Morris had 3 hurries and 3 pressures, who was the worst of the day. Dawkins, 2 hurries, 2 pressures. Brown, 2 hurries, 2 pressures. Torrance, 1 hurry, 1 pressure. That's freaking phenomenal against a defensive front like this. This is probably the best defensive front in the NFL. I say they're better than the Jets just because they have more than one all-pro type guy. All 4 of these guys are first-round picks. They're all, these 2 right here, Payne and Allen, the best defensive tackle duo in the NFL. And then Chase coming off the edge and Montez Sweat. Hard to beat them. The PFF grades, Torrance, they graded him a 50 overall because he had a 42 run blocking, 78 pass blocking, which is basically elite. Dawkins had a 78 overall with 75 in the run and 77 in the pass. Morris 52 overall with 51 run block and 74 in the pass. Brown 62 overall, 62 run block, 69 pass. McGovern 54 overall, 46 run block, 74 pass. So they all graded extremely well, exceptionally well in the pass blocking. But as far as the run blocking goes, besides Dawkins, they all didn't get favored too well in that aspect. But just seeing 70s and 80s and pass blocking is just outstanding, considering where we were last year. I thought this offensive line would be good, but not this soon was crazy to me how good they got. Going against the Jets, and then you got Max Crosby and the Raiders, and you got the Commanders' defensive line. They deserve a hell of a lot of credit. Giving Josh nothing but time. Could have been an early hit, but what are you going to do? Good protection. Stepped up in the pocket. Made a throw. It's a good play. It's like all this time he's got, man. Look at all the time. You get your guy digs the ball, making big plays and yards after the catch. Beautiful. If we can get this type of production from the line every week, amazing. All in a great job. Need to run more in corners and safeties. Now wide receivers get big plays. Overall solid looking team as far. Yeah. And they play pretty solid. And our our safeties are kind of on the older side that people think they may have lost a step as far as speed, but they have great instincts and tenacity, and I think it makes up for that a little bit. But yeah, you got to negate big plays, keep shit in games. There's a lot going on here. A lot going on in this play. All right. So you got Knox going to block, fake to Cook, and then Hardy with the end around. Wasn't many yards, but I like to see this kind of stuff with him. He's got great speed, so I like to see a little bit more of that. Good pass and catch, Sherfield. Good to see him get his first catch of the year. Just take the little stuff. Take the little stuff, make him play up, and then the big stuff comes. Josh checking to a run. Good play. Good gain. Good gain. See how he hits that hole? That's what Cook has to do every single time, and he'd be even better than he is. Before it even opens up, he's ready. Boom. Before it even opens up, Cook would have hit that, wants it to his lineman, and try to take it to the outside. But later in the game, he heats up. I just don't get it. I think this was a penalty on the defense somewhere in the secondary. It was a good play by the defense, too. Didn't really get fooled on the misdirection. Another good play to Diggs. I love it. And luckily the play was blown dead. That could have been a game changer. I forgot what the penalty was, though. Which is a great catch and run. Man, I'm uncomfortable in this chair. Bounces right off. Knew he was taking the hit. Got a couple extra yards. Buffalo on both sides of the ball. Seem to be able to go the distance in a game. Yeah. Yeah, but we're firing on all cylinders. We got a top 5 offense and a top 5 defense. So it all depends on if we beat ourselves or not. This was just dumb. This was a third and like 15. And we did a stupid little wide receiver screen here. I don't get it. This was one of those head scratching plays. Nothing he could do. Sets up a long field goal. Good gang tackle. Good coverage. Good bull rush by Ed Oliver. Good pressure by the defensive line. Man, a lot of great things. Good play, TJ. That's how you wrap up. Great play. Good pressure. Epinesa led to an interception and a bad throw. Gets his hands up. Micah Hyde, great play. Good to have him back fully healthy. Defense really came to play. His first pick in 2 years. Got to capitalize in these kind of situations off turnovers, man. Got to capitalize off turnovers in general, but especially short field. Good run, good blocking. We're looking good. See, recognize that hole when he hits it. These holes are there, man. I'm telling you. This O-line deserves a ton of credit for our success. Dawkins veering out. Nice gain. Weird play. Just didn't work out. Watch this play now. I got to get going. I got to eat lunch before my job. Man, this was so close to being a touchdown. Amazing throw. Just didn't get his feet in. Which sucks because that would have been awesome. Just getting his feet in. But everybody, thank you for tuning in. I know I couldn't do the whole thing. I plan on doing the whole thing maybe a little bit later. But appreciate you guys for tuning in. Like, subscribe, and get ready for the big week. It's Dolphins week, so there's going to be a ton of videos coming out. But appreciate you watching the film breakdown. I love doing film. Let me know in the comments what you loved that you saw, and hopefully we get to do more later. Thanks. Have a good one.